Hello everybody, Mike Welch coming to you from Del Mar, where we're now less than 1 week away from Breeders' Cup 2025. I'm here with the Daily Racing Form Breeders' Cup Workout Report, brought to you by Spendthrift Farm, the home of six-time general champion sire Into Mischief, who has two of the top horses here at this year's Breeders' Cup, the classic favorite Sovereignty, and also the juvenile favorite, big favorite Ted Nafi. Well, it was a little busier morning here today as more and more horses start to arrive. We said it's been kind of a quiet week, but with now 5 days to go till Friday's first Breeders' Cup card and Saturday's big one on Classic Day. We're going to get busier and busier here right on the grounds. Well, journalism would have been the star of the show here all this week since the track opened on Monday, had not his nemesis Sovereignty arrived on Wednesday, kind of took over that role. But I thought journalism put on a pretty good show this morning in his final Breeders' Cup work. It was kind of designed as a maintenance move, but it turned in a whole lot more. Now, Jose Ortiz, his new rider, flew in to be aboard for the work today. He worked with a stablemate named Legitimate, a runaway maiden winner last year, who's been on the sidelines since that impressive maiden victory. And they won an easy 5/8. Like I said, it was a maintenance work to the wire, 37-3, 101-4. Journalism on the outside, under a tight hold all the way. But it was the gallop out that really impressed me and made this a special work. I thought he just kept going and going. 14-2 for 3/4, 127-1 for 7/8. Pulled up a mile back where he started at the 5/8 pole in 141-4. So all in all, I thought journalism, who's had a great week leading up to today, put a punctuation mark on it with this move this morning. Again, with Jose Ortiz getting his first chance to really get a feel for journalism during this work. So thumbs up for journalism today. He was the first of three Breeders' Cup workers to go before the renovation break. He went right before dawn. So did La Kika, who won a half mile. Looked good, 47-2, going very easily for the filly and mare turf. And Zeitlos just blowing out 3/8 for trainer Steve Asmussen for the filly and mare sprint. Two workers after the renovation break. One really caught my eye as well. That was Darth Vader for trainer George Weaver, coming in for the distaff. She too was kind of in maintenance mode in this work. She just eased away from the half-mile pole, 25-4, and then flew home, 23-1. Final quarter, did it easily herself, 49 to the wire, and then just kept going. Was full of run on the gallop out, 101-1 for 5/8 on the gallop out into the turn. I liked what I saw this morning from Darth Vader. So a horse to keep an eye on for the distaff, a very wide open distaff, I think, this year. Also, from the gate this morning, Civil Liberty, trainer Doug O'Neill decided to have his final work for the juvenile out of the gate, and he was quick too, 24-47, a minute and 1/5 on the gallop out, did it as easy as can be. Now the gate works here that I've seen so far tend to be on the fast side, I guess. O'Neill worked another horse earlier, just a maiden, went in 58 and change out of the gate. So hard to get a line on these gate works, and the track is on the quick side, but the horse looked good doing it. Civil Liberty going easily throughout. We had one worker on the turf today, and that was Baccio for trainer Wesley Ward. It was kind of a work. I'm not sure if it even got listed as an official work. He was rank leaving the pole. The rider had a really good hold of him, had him out well off the rail. It was more like an open gallop to the wire. He went in 58 for a half a mile. Now, I mentioned yesterday, kind of ignore the turf times here. The dogs are out so far. They are so wide coming into the stretch and down the lane. The times don't matter. It's just how they did it. And I like the way this horse actually galloped out. He did go on the straightaway from the wire into the turn in 12 and a couple for that final furlong. He was one of only two horses that got on the turf today, as well as the old veteran Kadeem for the turf sprint. He just stretched his legs, just had a very easy gallop once around the 7th furlong turf course. Whether he's going to come back and do anything more serious as we get closer and closer to the race, I'm not sure, but I thought he made a good impression today. A couple of horses that caught my eye this morning, just routine gallops. Alice Verite was 4th in the distaff last year behind Torpedo Anna, back again for another try today. She was just full of herself this morning. She was dragging her rider around there. He had to take her out to the middle of the track to keep her going too fast at the end of this gallop, but I still had her in 38 and change from the quarter pole out to the 3/4 pole into the turn, 7/8 pole, excuse me, into the turn, and she kept going at a pretty good pace before pulling up down the backstretch. She's a horse I'm going to keep an eye on as a potential long shot in the distaff. And the Florida Invader, Lena Lou, is going to face the boys in the juvenile turf sprint. She's loving this cooler weather out here on the West Coast, no doubt about it. She looked good yesterday. She looked even better than me today. She was full of run also. Just 13 and change, 14/8 miles on the gallop. So a strong open gallop for Lena Lou, who was training very well up to the race before she left Florida and is obviously doing very well since she arrived here. So that's a synopsis of what went on today. Again, tomorrow, looking forward to Sovereignty's final prep for the Classic. All eyes will be on him, no doubt about that. He comes out around 7 o'clock every morning. Whether he's going to work then or after the break, I'm not sure. But if you want to enjoy yourself and see a very, very, very talented horse in action, you can come out here and watch that work tomorrow morning along with the rest of us. And the action is going to pick up the rest of the week now. The New York horses arrive here today. The European horses will get on the track out of quarantine for the first time Tuesday. So a lot more to report. So keep it right here for the best coverage, Breeders' Cup 2025 at DRF.com.